In June 21-2025, the United States conducted its first-ever B-2 Spirit bomber strike on Iranian soil, marking a major escalation in tensions between the two countries. The mission took place on the night of June 21 to 22, when a group of 6 B-2 bombers flew from Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri, all the way to Iran. These aircraft carried out highly coordinated precision strikes on 3 of Iran's most fortified nuclear sites, Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. The B-2s deployed a total of 14 GBU-57A-B massive ordnance penetrator (MOP) bombs, which are massive bunker-busting munitions capable of penetrating deep underground facilities. 12 of these were used to target the Fordow nuclear enrichment site, which is located deep inside a mountain. The remaining 2 were dropped on Natanz, another key uranium enrichment center. Simultaneously, 30 Tomahawk cruise missiles were launched from U.S. Navy submarines, targeting Natanz and Isfahan to maximize damage and disorient Iranian defenses. This operation was a joint U.S.-Israel initiative, with both nations aiming to dismantle Iran's nuclear capabilities after Tehran had reportedly withdrawn from international nuclear agreements. According to U.S. President Donald Trump, the sites were completely and totally obliterated. He emphasized that the action was taken to eliminate an imminent threat and to send a strong deterrent message to Iran and other adversaries. Iran acknowledged that the sites had been hit and confirmed damage to its nuclear infrastructure. However, Iranian officials stated that no radiation leak occurred and that civilian areas were unharmed. The Iranian government strongly condemned the attacks, calling them a violation of international law and sovereignty. In response, Tehran vowed to retaliate at a time of its choosing, escalating concerns about a wider regional conflict. This mission marked the first operational use of B-2 bombers against Iran, despite their previous use in other theaters such as Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, and Yemen. The stealth and long-range capabilities of the B-2 made it the ideal platform for penetrating Iran's heavily fortified and deeply buried nuclear facilities without being detected by radar. The international reaction was mixed. While some U.S. allies quietly supported the mission, others, including some members of the United Nations Security Council, criticized it as a unilateral use of force that could further destabilize the Middle East. The United Nations issued a statement urging restraint and warning that the region was on the brink of a broader war if diplomatic efforts were not immediately renewed. In summary, the June 2025 B-2 strikes on Iran marked a historic and highly consequential moment in U.S.-Iran relations. With unprecedented precision and power, the operation showcased the global reach of American military technology while also igniting new tensions in an already volatile region. The B-2 Spirit, often simply called the B-2 bomber, is a stealth strategic bomber developed by Northrop Grumman for the United States Air Force. It's one of the most advanced and expensive aircraft ever built. The B-2 is virtually invisible to radar, designed to penetrate dense anti-aircraft defenses and deliver nuclear or conventional bombs. It has a distinctive, smooth flying wing shape that reduces its radar cross-section. It can fly over 11,000 kilometers, with refueling, and carry up to 40,000 pounds of bombs, including thermonuclear weapons. It is operated by just a pilot and a mission commander. It can strike anywhere in the world within hours, taking off from the U.S. and returning without needing to land. The B-2 has been used in Kosovo, Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, and most recently in missions against ISIS, often dropping precision-guided bombs from high altitudes without detection. The first flight of the B-2 Spirit, B-2 bomber, took place on July 17, 1989. The aircraft took off from Palmdale, California and landed at Edwards Air Force Base. The flight lasted about 2 hours. The first prototype was designated AV-1, Air Vehicle 1, and named Spirit of America. This marked a major milestone in U.S. military aviation, showcasing the future of stealth technology. The B-2 Spirit bomber was officially introduced into service on January 1, 1997. It became part of the United States Air Force's operational fleet at Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. The B-2 was initially developed during the Cold War but entered service after its end, adapting to both nuclear and conventional missions. The cost per unit of the B-2 Spirit bomber is approximately $2.1 billion, including development, testing, and production. Production cost, flyaway cost about $737 million per aircraft. Total program cost, including R&D and support around $2.1 billion per unit. This high cost is due to its advanced stealth technology. Complex maintenance requirements. Low production numbers, only 21 units built. Because of its expense, the B-2 is one of the most expensive aircraft ever made. A total of 21 B-2 Spirit bombers were produced by Northrop Grumman as part of a top-secret program for the United States Air Force. This number includes 20 fully operational bombers and one prototype used for ground and flight testing during the development phase. The B-2 was originally intended to be produced in much larger quantities, over 100 units, but the end of the Cold War and extremely high production costs led to a significant reduction in the program's scope. Each aircraft represented a major investment, with a total unit cost, including R&D, of around $2.1 billion, making it one of the most expensive aircraft in history. Of the 20 operational aircraft, one was lost in a crash in 2008 on the island of Guam, marking the only time a B-2 has been destroyed. Fortunately, both crew members ejected safely. This leaves 19 B-2 bombers currently in active service, all based at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, where they serve as a critical component of America's long-range strategic strike capability, capable of delivering both conventional and nuclear weapons with stealth precision anywhere in the world. Flying Wing, subsonic stealth bomber crafted by Northrop Grumman, with its first flight in 1989 and official service entry in 1997. Concealed radar signature via a tailless flying wing, radar-absorbing materials, special coatings, and infrared suppression. Crew of 2, with dimensions of 172-foot wingspan, 69-foot length, and operational ceiling up to 50,000 feet. The only stealth bomber capable of carrying the 30-000 LBGBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator, MOP, essential for deeply buried targets up to 40,000 pounds including conventional, e.g. DAMs, JSOW, JASSM, and nuclear, up to 16 B-83, munitions. Its range is 6,000 nautical miles unrefueled, almost equals 11,000 km, extendable with aerial refueled beyond 10,000 nanometers, designed to penetrate dense air defenses and strike high-value, fortified targets, a key deterrent and strategic asset. Employed in past conflicts, Kosovo, Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, and currently playing a pivotal role amid rising tensions with Iran and in the Middle East.